Ableton Live's operator is my favourite tool for sound design. It's super versatile, and its genius user interface makes it great for playing live or improvising with to get an organic sound. In this tutorial, we're going to be creating glitchy pulsing rhythms using just one MIDI note and one instance of operator. Okay, so I'm on a MIDI track here with the default preset of operator. And I've just taken the volume down by -15, and I've put a limiter on, so I'm not going to destroy the speakers. And this MIDI clip here has just got one bar of C3. So here's how that sounds. Okay. I'm going to change the waveform of this operator A to a square wave. And I'm going to use a fixed frequency of 1 hertz. Now this is just 10, that's the minimum, but if I multiply that by 0.1, the result is 1 hertz. So have a listen to this. You can clearly hear there that those clicks that you're hearing were dead in time with the metronome. Now that might be a surprise because I've got 1 hertz and 120 BPM is effectively 2 beats a second, so 2 hertz. But because it's a square wave, you're hearing a click every time the waveform jumps suddenly up, and a click every time the waveform jumps suddenly down. So you've got to kind of double the fixed frequency by 2. If I change this algorithm, I'm going to use this one here and copy operator A onto operator B and change this frequency to 15. You can sort of hear that I've got 3 against 2. And if I change these frequencies a bit more arbitrarily, you might end up with some really cool rhythms. And the MIDI note is being reset every bar, so there'll always be that sort of constant resetting every 4 beats. Now I can actually give those notes, those clicks, a bit of a tone, and I'll do that by frequency modulating them. So on operator C, I'm going to select the square D wave. I'll use a fixed frequency of 40 hertz, and I'll bring up the level. And you can kind of hear it sounds like a sort of malfunctioning circuit or a guitar input loosely held against some circuit type thing. And then, just to prove to you that it is actually 40 hertz, I'm going to add that tuner. If I bring it up a bit more, you can see there, it says 40 hertz. Yeah, it's 40 hertz. I'll just take the volume down a tad more. To make more of an analogy sound, I can use this filter with the hard shaper and the OSR setting and just bring it down a notch. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then I can frequency modulate that further with operator D. So I'll stay on the sine wave for a minute and use a fixed frequency, and I'm going to use a harmonic of 40 hertz. So let's try 160. So it's a pretty cool effect, and there's a rhythm as well due to these clicks. And you can get a lot of variation by playing around with the harmonic that you use on operator D, and you can vary the timbre as well with the levels of operators C and D. Say you wanted more of a percussive feel, well, to do that, you can quite simply just add a pitch envelope. So I'll take that to 100%, change the initial pitch to 48 and the peak to 48. I don't want it affecting operators A and B, so I'll deselect those, and I want the envelope repeating every 16th note. So I can just do it with this. So have a listen to that. So it's quite a cool effect, and you could even use that as the percussive part in your in a track. You could use it for sound design or whatever, really. Okay, so that's basically the end of the tutorial, so thanks for watching, but now I'm just going to have a play around with trying to get some even glitchier, cooler sounds out of this. So you can either end here or just continue and watch what I do with it.